then in Kumasi penalty box. Six members of the Ghana lineup today, based in the English Premier League. Partey, Kudus and Jordan Ayew among them. We also have Tariq Lamptey, the Brighton and Hove Albion fullback. Abdul Fattah Issahaku, saw there the number 7, the Leicester City player, club colleague of Jordan Ayew's, and also Antoine Semenyo at Bournemouth. I think it might be slightly challenging for a lot of these players today, because the playing surface here in Kumasi is probably not what they're used to. Indicative that only 4 members of today's starting lineup actually started Ghana's last game at the AFCON. That disastrous draw against Mozambique, when they conceded twice in injury time, and their failure to hold on for the victory cost them a place in the knockout phase. There's been a turnover of players since then. Of course, there are a number of players who were in the squad who've been promoted to the starting lineup. Abdul Mumin plays the long diagonal, and the offside flag comes up. Very tight call. Maybe that Bastos, the Angola number 15, was playing him on. Certainly from an Angola perspective, a draw today would be a very good result to start things off. And a reminder that this qualifying campaign will be over and done with pretty quickly. Angola due to play Sudan at home in 4 days' time. Ghana will be in action against Niger in a match which is an away game, but it's been played in Morocco, in Berkane, home of Renaissance Berkane. To nothing. Antoine Semenyo of Bournemouth is the number 11. AFCON Q 2025 is the hashtag, remember, across all social media channels to keep across all the action. Tariq Lamptey taking the throw, plays for Brighton and Hove Albion these days in the English Premier League, having a terrific start to the season. Previously at Chelsea, never really got his chance at the London club. Tariq Lamptey playing as the right back. It does look like Alidou Seydou is playing as the left back today. Thomas Partey and Elisha Owusu anchoring the midfield. Abdul Mumin returning it to Atizigi. Falls for Kudus. Lamptey and Issahaku running into each other. Here's Mohamed Salisu. Really imposing presence in the Ghanaian defence. Mentioned that there is a strong English Premier League contingent in this Ghana team. There are others who have played in England in the past, now play elsewhere. Salisu was at Southampton, now with Monaco. Qualifiers again. Lifted forward by Abdul Mumin, it will run all the way through to Neblu in goal. Neblu, one of the home-based players in the Angola squad. There is a pretty strong league domestically. Angola's top clubs have regularly gone far in CAF competitions in recent times. Petro de Luanda, the reigning champions. Nuria Fortuna looking to come away with the ball, wins the free kick up against Abdul Fattah Isahaku. David Carmo was born in Portugal, representing the Angolan national team. A recent addition to the Angolan squad, coming in since the AFCON, and certainly strengthening that squad as the tip comes in from Gelson Dalla, who holds his hand up apologetically to his teammates around him, because that was a wild swipe at the ball from the player who scored 4 goals at the AFCON. 2 of them in a 3-2 win against Mauritania in the group stage, 2 more in a 3-0 defeat of Namibia in the last 16. Historic victory, because it saw them win a knockout tie and took them through to the quarterfinals, matching their previous best effort at the AFCON, except the previous runs to the quarterfinals came in 16-team competitions. They didn't actually manage to win a knockout tie on those occasions. Show will take the free kick here. Bastos to the right hand side. This is Freddy Ribeiro, and his experience in this Angola team really have to be considered underachievers on the international stage in Africa, given the potential resources there. Population wise, certainly have the possibilities. Country of 38 million people, and of course they love their football. It's Ghana come forward again. Now, will that be a corner? I think it will. Second of the afternoon for the Black Stars. Chance to test Neblu in goal. Jordan Ayew waiting in the middle. Out-swinging delivery. Away by Freddy Ribeiro. The referee looking across to the near side. The offside flag is up. But Kudus, ex-Ajax player, now with West Ham United in the English Premier League. Certainly a wonderful talent. Played at the AFCON at the beginning of this year. Played too in the Ghana team that appeared at the last World Cup in Qatar at the end of 2022, when they did manage 1 victory against South Korea, but that came in between defeats against Portugal and Uruguay, and they were eliminated in the group stage. Now then, the assistant referee's given the throw Angola's way. The Ghana fans are not too impressed at that decision. Looked like it did come off Alidou Seydou last. Angola in possession again. Comes back to David Carmo. Nuria Fortuna playing on that left hand side as a wing back. It's a challenge on Gelson Dalla that is penalised. Real live wire, the Angola number 10. Freddy flighting it forward, looking for Nuria Fortuna. Gelson Dalla. Those two will link up a lot on this near side, and Gelson Dalla has won the free kick, challenged by Tarek Lamptey. the visitors get an early goal here, that would certainly dampen the spirits of the... Now then, Mabululu getting a telling off from the referee for doing his best to put off the Ghanaian goalkeeper, getting a bit too close for comfort. Thomas Partey having words with the match official as well, Laurent Satizigi, who plays his club football in Switzerland with St. Gallen. This is Mohamed Salisu alongside Abdul Mumin in central defence, forward by Tariq Lamptey. Covering is Owusu. Isahaku. Picked up by Antoine Semenyo. David Carmo again. Here's Carmo once more, currently with Olympiacos, Greek giants. Picked up by Alidou Seydou. This is Thomas Partey. Semenyo looking to burst forward to some closer support, but it's good running from Semenyo. The challenge coming in from Bastos. Committing the foul. Chance maybe this time to work Nemblu. They've had a bright start to the game, the Ghanaians. Still looking for the breakthrough goal here in Group F. Remember, we saw Sudan get their campaign off to a winning start yesterday. But on current form, it would be a surprise if it was not these two teams who make it through from this group to the finals. Jordan Ayew standing over the free kick, the veteran forward, more than 100 caps for his country, trying to play to Kudus on the edge of the box, and that pass was easily read. Turns all the way to Laurent Satizigi in goal. Pitch invader on the field, that's whipped up the crowd again. Forward by Carmo. Scrap for possession, won by Salisu. Partey moves it out to that left-hand side. Alidou Seydou. Antoine Semenyo. Wait for Seydou to make the run ahead of him. Sets off on the run. Challenged by Clinton Mata. Sundala is the danger man. Bastos. Real scrap between Abdul Mumin and Mabululu. Cross looking for Gelson Dala. Kept in play by Nuria Fortuna. Still has it. Freddy Ribeiro. Now Angola can break again. Randy Nteka. Mabululu was outside him. The challenge on Randy Nteka is a late one. That was the tackle from Mohamed Salisu. That's what has been penalised. Fortuna. It's a decent ball into the penalty box aimed at Mabululu, picked up by Clinton Mata. Freddie Ribeiro in and away by Semenyo, back helping out defensively. Fortuna again. David Carmo. Certainly Pedro Gonçalves, the Portuguese coach of Angola, has done a good job persuading a number of these players to come and join the team. The performances at the AFCON earlier this year playing its part, I think, in helping these players realise that they can really help Angola progress. Clinton Mata, playing for Olympique Lyonnais in France these days, a perfect example. A player who was out of the picture at international level for a very long time. Now he's come back in again. A player who was born in Belgium. And in the case of Clinton Mata, at the age of 31, returning to international duty after 8 years away. Played in the World Cup qualifying matches in June. Reminder that this AFCON qualifying campaign is coming right in the middle of the qualifying campaign for the 2026 World Cup in North America, which is an expanded competition, of course, and that means more places available to African national teams. And these two countries have been criticised often back in England for not scoring many goals. Previously at Crystal Palace, now with Leicester, but hasn't been able to stop scoring for his country in 2024. Ghana fans turning out in terrific numbers today, past the midway point in the first half here in Kumasi. Ghana's second city, the venue, one of the main venues at the 2008 AFCON here. This was where Egypt hammered Ivory Coast 4-1 in the semi-finals, when Ghana then beat the Ivorians in the third place playoff. Angola were involved in that tournament. They went out in the quarter-finals in this stadium against the Egyptians, who at that point in time were, of course, dominating African international football. I try to chest it down for Kudus. Really difficult to get the ball under control on this playing surface. Freddie Ribeiro all bobbling up in front of him. Two players based at club level in France. Clinton Mata, formerly at Club Brugge, the leading Belgian side, now with Olympique Lyonnais. Alidu Seydou is requiring some treatment here. The match has been played today, either at the moment or later on. Tunisia will be in action in Group A against Madagascar. Algeria up tonight against Equatorial Guinea, one of the most improved national teams on the continent over the last decade or so. Already seen one game completed early with Burundi winning 3-2 away to Malawi, grabbing a late winning goal in that one. Alidu Seidu waits to get the green light to come back on. The action is underway again. Ghana temporarily down to 10 men. Now Alidu Seidu is back on the pitch. It's his challenge which stopped Freddie Ribeiro. And Teka, another one who is part of this squad now. Born in Paris, plays for Rayo Vallecano in La Liga in Spain. Won his first cap in June in the World Cup qualifiers a few months ago. Abdul Fattah Isahaku playing it out towards Semenyo on the left. It runs through to Neblu in goal. As for those World Cup qualifiers for Angola, they've had a decent start. Unbeaten, they beat Eswatini 1-0 at home in June. That was followed by a 1-1 draw at home against Cameroon. They've drawn their first two matches at the tail end of last year. Away to Cape Verde. Proof of how difficult it is to keep the ball under control on this pitch. Nuria Fortuna was onside. Just let the ball run away from him. He's in the middle himself. Anisha Owusu in that midfield, and a bit of the French-based contingent out there today. We've had a third of this game, and in very warm conditions it is time for a drinks break. Chinese players to talk tactics. There's Gelson Dalla. Fine atmosphere in the stadium in Kumasi, but not too much for the Ghanaian fans to shout about just yet. Pedro Gonçalves, the Angola coach, with some words for his players. Stadium, home to one of the great Ghanaian clubs, Asante Kotoko. Record Ghanaian champions. A couple of times winners of full runners of what is now the CAF Champions League. Current Ghanaian champions are Samartex, who won their first ever Ghanaian Premier League title last season. They're from down near the Ivorian border. AFCON qualifying underway. Ghana 0, Angola 0. Kielimba Gaspar with accomplished defending again. Show across to David Kamu. Turns it to Neblu in goal. Neither goalkeeper has had a serious save to make. Not yet, anyway. has to be a feeling from Otto Addo's perspective that it would be good to really lay down a marker in this group and get off to a winning start, but at the same time, avoiding defeat probably the most important thing. As long as they can get the victories against Sudan and Niger, matches against Angola will take care of themselves. Ghana will be very well placed to finish in the top two in the group and make it to the finals. The last few AFCON appearances have been, quite frankly, very disappointing. Haven't actually won an AFCON knockout tie since 2017. Free kick given Angola's way. There is Mabululu. Scored a couple of big goals at the AFCON. A penalty and a draw with Algeria. Opening goal in the win against Burkina Faso in their last group game, and a goal in the 3-0 defeat of Namibia in the last 16 as well. Angola's run only ended in a narrow 1-0 defeat in the hands of Nigeria. Not able to get the breakthrough goal in this game. It's an open one for Laurent Sati-Ziggy, the goalkeeper. Ademola Lookman, who got that goal which eliminated Angola at the AFCON. He's been nominated for this year's Ballon d'Or awards. 30 finalists revealed by the organisers yesterday ahead of the ceremony, which will take place in Paris at the end of October. Ademola Lookman starring on Nigeria's run to the AFCON final when they were beaten by the Ivorian hosts, and then scoring a brilliant goal for Atalanta in the Europa League final against Bayer Leverkusen. Gelson Dalla with the step over, and Tariq Lamptey kept up with him. And the sliding challenge to concede the corner, Angola's first corner of the game here this afternoon. Freddie Ribeiro will deliver it. Turkey-based midfielder swinging the corner. The referee just having words with a couple of players in front of the Ghanaian goalkeeper. This packed end of the stadium in Kumasi. Freddie Ribeiro's delivery watched all the way by Laurent Sati-Ziggy, who punches it clear. Comes out to Clinton Mata. Headed on by Kialunda Gaspar. By David Kamu, no nonsense defending, really getting it clear and returning to Laurent Sati-Ziggy in goal. Now with Abdul Mumin of Rayo Vallecano in Spain coming up directly against one of his club colleagues today, with Randy Nteka playing on the right for Angola. And with Clinton Mata, right wing back to Nteka. Show from Mabululu, picked up by Salisu, threaded through for Kudus. A bit difficult to move the ball quickly because these players always have to just take your first touch and be really sure about bringing the ball under control. Handball appeal against Gelson Dalla. The referee not interested. Comes to Mohamed Kudus. And Abdul Fattah Isaaku, the young winger, making waves with Leicester City. Just one promotion back to the English Premier League. Thomas Partey. And with Elisha Owusu. In the Ghana squad, plenty of quality players available to Otto Addo on the substitutes bench if needed. Thomas Partey looking to advance. Of course, he's got a terrific shot on him from range. Kudus out to the right hand side now with Isahaku. Headed away by the Angola defence, and the referee's given the free kick Ghana's way. They started the match very brightly without troubling the Angolan goalkeeper, and they're on the front foot again now. So look for the breakthrough goal before half time here. Lulu playing his club football in Libya. He was in Egypt last season. That's where he was based when he started at the AFCON for his country. He never previously played outside of his homeland. Kudus checks back the way. Comes to Thomas Partey. Isahaku running onto it, and David Campbell sliding in. Abdul Fattah Isahaku, a young talent with a big future ahead of him. Just 20 years old. Ghana free kick. 3.5 minutes of the first half remaining. They should be departing. They lost their conceding in stoppage time.